a court of fairies and fiction. Akafath Girls Podcast. Hosts Mel, Liv, Aka, and Lily. A bookish theory and discussion podcast for the Akatar, Crescent City, and Tug series, as well as our Fable Book Club reads. Bonus clip, Mel and the Bookish Sisters collab brainstorming, Corsta Theory.
Okay, we are back. Today we're with the Bookish Sisters from Instagram. I'm so excited to talk to them to do a collaboration for a video. You guys did a collab with Candy, I think a couple weeks ago. Oh my God, I'm obsessed with that video.
We got very mixed reviews.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
That side of the fandom is going to be all...
Yeah, we got like over 200 comments on Instagram.
Oh, I imagine.
Yeah. People are
good.
mad.
They're not nice. Yeah.
No, they're not.
I even had to delete some.
Yeah.
Like block some people.
Oh, 100% every day.
Yeah.
They're
because
unhinged.
like I don't mind if you disagree. That's fine. Like that's the whole
Yeah.
point to talk about it. That's why
Mhm.
it's controversial.
Yeah.
But like people were saying like, oh, I can't believe dumb
You're
people
so
like
stupid
this still exist in the fandom. You know? Bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Like, my block list is probably longer than a freaking CVS receipt at this point. Like, it's not even funny. Like,
It's
everything
crazy.
I post, like, I'm always on that side of the fandom. So, like, everything I post is controversial. And everybody hates me. I don't care at this point.
But I mean, that's
fine.
what's really fun. You know, I saw this video of what's her name? I remember she's on TikTok and Instagram, but she was like, we're all here playing like 4D chess.
Yes.
And Sarah J. Maas is
checker.
just like checkers. And it's so true.
Yeah.
Especially after watching her, they call her daddy interview, and I'm like, what do you mean? What were all those Easter eggs you threw on all the other books for then? You know?
like, there's like a part where I'm like, you're straight up lying right now. Like, your voice is higher, you're stuttering, you've said the opposite in the past. I know you're lying right now.
It's crazy.
Like, I just kind of just write whatever comes into my head at the moment. No. What happened to the notebooks of like stuff that you had years in advance from 2 years ago? Like, it's so weird.
So
we're not deep divers like you guys.
That's why we collaborate.
Yeah.
That's why, like we,
it works.
But so basically we watched all your, what's that shit's name?
Corsta.
Of yes.
Corsta.
So instead of making a video like the one we made with Candy, that was mostly just like background videos, very simple with very heavy text on top. We were thinking either like doing like an actual scene.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
Of how, and I mean, we can get lengthy. We could even do 2 parts if it requires it.
Yeah, because I mean, you've seen our videos, so sometimes like, we'll do like chapters, like a whole chapter story and stuff. So we're thinking something like that for this, like 100%. If it's canon. Yes. You know, we're making this video because it's a fact. You know, kind of thing. Yeah.
And obviously, the video starts with "What if?" You know.
Yeah.
So,
what if
people understand?
Cassie died, and then this happened.
Exactly. Because I do, when she said that Cassie and Nesta, true mates, I immediately thought, but I remember when he said, allergies are not going to kill me. And then Elaine, the seer, said, are you sure about that?
I was like, she has to say this because if she has to pretend to be totally obsessed with him so that nobody's going to be like, well, now she won't kill him off. Well, yeah, she is. Because she likes him so much.
I think.
Like, the kill your darlings thing is a huge literary thing. Like, everyone kills the cute guy, like the sweet golden retriever. Like, look at Liam in Fourth Wing. Like, you kill the darling.
I still can't get over that.
And it's not like she's not done this before. Like, we had a whole book of Farrah and Tamlin. Beautiful and in love.
Exactly.
And then, so I can see this. Obviously, the only way I could see it happening would be if, obviously Cassian dies.
Yeah.
Whatever.
100%.
I mean, I love him.
Yeah.
But like, let's,
someone's got to die.
That point,
like, he's the most likely candidate.
Yeah.
And then either it has to happen like, 5 years, 10 years later that this, happens, or she sees it as an opportunity of convenience, like her mother foretold. And
I also think it would be like another way that it could happen that I've been toying with is like, well, she did change her body to have Illyrian children. So if Koshi or someone else kills Cassian, which most likely Koshi, I'm guessing, then she finds out she's pregnant with Cassian's child. And then she's like, oh, well, what am I going to do? I kind of want my own legacy for my children. And then she's kind of like, all right, well, if I do go through with being a queen and reviving Dusk, maybe this would give my kid a legacy. Because if it's a daughter, especially, we know that Dusk had female rulers. So
I'm getting goosebumps right now. I feel like that's great. I love it. I love it.
So I'm like, and like Cormac had no, qualms about Bryce being like half human, half whatever. He didn't really care.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it was kind of just a mask. So I really don't think he would care. I think he'd be like, all right, yeah, cool, step kid. Like Bryce's parents took in, a meal, which he helped with. Yeah. So he wouldn't have any,
Yeah, no, that's really good. So how do you think we should make Cormac coming into Prythian? Is that, you think, like the black void that Morgan sees?
I think that so basically my theory is that, he had the word marks on his skin like Aelin. And I think that when he like blasted the castle with his power isn't going to burn him. But I think it did, with the word marks, open a rift and he fell through that. Because the Asteri were like, oh, if we had body parts or whatever. I'm like, if you had body parts, so you don't have body parts. So you don't know where he is or if he's dead.
Yeah.
Right.
Just like the assumption.
The video we made about the 13, when they yielded.
Yeah, like the yielding,
was like a portal, and now they're all scattered everywhere.
Yeah. And I had like this other, because I'm crazy. I'm a crazy deep diver. But I had this other like layer, which you probably saw in the reels or whatever, where when Bryce and Co. went to Avalon, and that's where Cormac told the Ocean Queen to bring Sophie's body, there was a cabinet of crystals there. So I'm like, so he knew even before anyone else did that the Asteri were going to try to use the crystals to get Thunderbird power to revive people, like bring people back to life. So I think maybe he tried that with Sophie. It didn't work. And instead he's like, all right, well, maybe if I have a battery and I'm stronger, I won't die in the blast. So I think he used a crystal, took the last of Sophie's Thunderbird power, which is what Bryce and company were going to do. And he had that crystal when he exploded. But instead of, just actually exploding, the crystal kind of activated the word marks.
Okay.
And that's kind of how he fell through the thing. Because I was like, why'd they have a cabinet of crystals for no reason?
Yeah.
Like, it's scary,
Like, why even mention
the crystal? Yeah. And they were like forcing Hunt to put his power into the crystal so they could revive the harpy. And it's like, so they're using it as a battery.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Okay.
I just read it.
Yeah.
I'm about to reread
Sophie had the same powers, so yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
The only thing that we're still kind of debating is whether to do either dialogue or narration. I think it would. We don't know. We were hoping you would have some.
I think it would depend on what the story we're going to tell is.
Exactly.
Because we really need to, and let's talk about it. Because I mean, this is what you
like slides or like not even slides. But
so like let's make up the story.
Yes.
And then when we're making the videos, then you'll help us do the use your talents.
Because
exactly.
Here's the thing. For the beginning of the video, if there's only like one character present, it doesn't make sense that we tell the story through dialogue because he's just going to be talking to himself.
Exactly.
There's nobody.
So
So then narration would make more sense.
Yeah.
In that case.
Because I'm thinking first scene has to be Cassian dying, so it like grabs people's attention, you know? So Cassian dies. Yeah. Then what happens? You know, so what if Cassian dies and then it's Cassian dying?
Yeah. So I'm writing a fanfic, obviously, of this or whatever. So I have like the whole scene of Cormac like falling through whatever in his own narration, if you want to use that. I already typed it out.
Yes.
Oh, wow, that's great. That's great. Oh, so you're thinking this could be Cormac's POV?
Yeah, so like when he's falling through his POV, like slowly, like so it was like him like slowly losing his memory because of the bullet that went through him.
Oh, and okay, then, the Goshen bullet.
And then and then he lands and like he kind of falls back in time a little bit because nobody was there to stop him, like Aelin or Bryce with the dagger. So my thought was like he eventually falls. He is the shadow that Moore sees on her way to her house, which would also be in Valaris. And it's like the sleeping shadow, and it's like foreign yet familiar and things like that. And he's just kind of in shadow form because he's so weak from the bullet. And so he just kind of, it's like all his narration the first half of that chapter. And it's just him like going from one place to the other, just super weak, not really knowing who he is, what he is, and things like that. And I thought it was so interesting to do it that way. And then, because we can do like time jumps, whatever. And then like eventually.
We are familiar with time hopping.
Yeah.
Portal hopping, yes.
So like eventually it comes to the scene where he is on like Ramiel. So he ends up on Ramiel and he's just super weak or whatever. And the Valkyries come across him. And Nesta, you know, recognizes immediately like, okay, this is kind of like someone like Bryce. And it was just
okay, because of the language barrier and everything.
Yeah. So he still like speaks their language but choppy because he's learned it. But she's like, something's weird. Something's weird about you. And why do you have a hole in your skin? Like, because that was the thing. And then when he's like, oh, like bullet or whatever, and she's like, oh shit, Bryce's planet. You know? So yeah, it was a thing. So like we can like obviously work out the details, whatever, but I can send you that for like ideas because it doesn't have to be exact, obviously. But
that is so cute.
I can definitely send you that for ideas.
Yeah,
I'm like trying to visualize.
I can see your brains working.
Well, you know,
that's what we're doing. Images in our heads.
But
so creative.
What I'm thinking is that might have to be a video on its own.
Okay.
That whole like
him falling through narration.
POV, yes. Because that sounds really interesting and
cinematic.
You know. Exactly.
Yeah, but it would have to be either a two-part. That would have to be a two-part video, and this is part one, his POV, and then the second video would have to be Cassian dying, and then Nesta and Cormac getting together or something.
Yeah,
we're thinking this at most. Has to be. It's gonna be a minute and a half at most. Like the shorter we can make it, the better.
Yeah,
but you know 100%. We don't shy away from just posting. Long videos. We don't really care that much about the views or anything. So it's just what's fun for us.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would have to be something like fast paced to get people's attention. Like Cassian dies.
Yes.
Cormac in a matter of 5 seconds,
like tumbling.
Go from exploding. To he's in Prithian. You know? And then some time lapse that, you know, showing that the time passed, you know, maybe some seasons or whatever, like a long time passed. And then he meets Nesta. And then we develop from there. But that time from Cassian dying, Cormac getting to Prithian, to meeting Nesta, that has to be shortened because there's no dialogue. There's nothing going on. And the visuals alone are not going to keep the people... you know, hooked. And we want people to see the whole video, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But that would be still a cute video on its own.
Yeah.
As a part 2, being his whole POV, like more in-depth.
Yep.
You know, view of the previous one. I think that would work very well.
100%.
Yeah. It's like they already got hooked with the first video. Now you get an in-depth.
Yes. Yep.
So that's very nice. So yeah, no, we would have to see. So Cassian dies. Cormac gets there. Eventually he meets Nesta. Then what happens? Do we make her pregnant? Do we first do a scene where she finds out she's pregnant before meeting?
She should already have. No, I think she should already have the kid, because she's not just gonna go marry somebody right away after Cassian dies. And if we're trying to make it appear like Cassian died and Cormac came into Prithian about the same time.
So if you guys wanted to do like a time thing where, like, you know, Nesta doesn't automatically marry him or whatever, and like, okay, well, what's happening with Cormac still being in Prithian and then her doing her own thing while kind of like knowing each other, like him kind of obviously not being roped into the IC, but the IC like keeping tabs on him, because let's be real, Rhys wouldn't be like, all right, go do your thing in Prithian. He'd be like, no, you're staying in the House of Wind, like, you know.
Right.
So if we wanted to do something like that and like a quick little like inference type thing, I had this other like little theory where like Mor and Eris were Cormac's biological parents, which is why he had a tie to Prithian.
Oh yeah, I watched that video of yours.
So yeah, so if we wanted to do like a little like, oh my god, what the hell type thing, and then like another little time passage where like Nesta's like, all right, whatever, I don't really like Mor, but you're pretty cool, whatever. And then it's kind of like, all right, well, we have to liberate Dusks together because we're the people who have the power for it. You know, Cormac's the one that knows all of the information and Nesta has the power to do it. So they would have to work together on that anyway.
Yeah, I think it would be a lot more believable that Nesta would marry him for convenience. I mean,
for conquest. Yeah, like the mom
you know,
said.
like, hey, I want somebody there for my kid growing up.
Yeah.
And I know he has or she has his uncles, but you know.
Yeah.
And we need to liberate Dusk together, blah, blah. So maybe Nesta entering into that marriage with that point of view, I would totally believe it.
Yeah.
Then if they fall in love, well, that's a different.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that would definitely come later because Nesta would be very rigid at first. Cormac would try to like break her walls down, but she'd be like, whatever. Eventually he would. But
I don't think Nesta, especially having a kid from Cassian, I think she would still be so emotionally attached to him. It would be, I mean, and we're talking about mates here, you know?
Yeah.
Like true mates. So it would have to be a convenience, you know, a marriage of convenience.
So
if we want to,
I mean, I feel like it would be really cool if like after he kind of not like got her to fall in love with him, but like after, you know, they're at least friends and like pretty close in that way. If like they kind of had a mate bond, because Nesta in canon is the only person that has multiple threads. And that's never really explored why she has multiple threads, because nobody else has multiple threads. So I was like, oh, so what if Nesta does have like multiple choices for mates and we just haven't seen that yet?
I mean, here's my thoughts are always, there's no reason for the author to mention that. You know,
unless it's gonna come up, right?
Unless it's gonna come up, and you're just like, you know, spreading the crumbs along the way. So I think that's totally believable. Especially since we know that mating bonds can be faked. And from Throne of Glass, we know. I think it is mentioned that there has been some cases where people actually have two mates after one dies.
In Tog, So,
I mean, same author, same kind of world. So
and like, and just the fact that like the mother like is obsessed with Nesta. Like, she speaks to her. She helped her.
You would want to give her a happy ending, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe what we could do, because I'm thinking video, and it has to be like, if we want to put so much into it, we need to keep a lot of details out.
Yeah.
And just let people like figure this out. So I'm thinking Cassian dies, Cormac arrives. 5, 6, 7 years later, we can show Cormac and Nesta talking like friends.
Yes.
Because they are already friends by that point. We don't need to show how they became friends. That's just up to people to speculate.
Like with her daughter in the background.
And maybe we can put them. So now what do we do to ignite
I'll be
dusk?
right back.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So what can we do now for dusk, right? Yeah. And then we could do how they revive dusk. Yeah. And that could be kind of like the story, how the story continues. Yeah. So like the first couple seconds is death, hopping,
falling in,
and then now they're friends.
Yes.
And then we just need to discuss, like how are they going to bring dusk back to life. And then in the process, they fall in love.
Yes.
And then they feel maybe at the end of the video they feel that
the snap.
Like snap. Yeah. And that's how it ends, Yes. But they're already married for convenience. Yeah. That's the prediction. Yep. Cormac's prediction from the Sphinx girl. What's her name? The mystic.
The Oracle. Yeah.
No, the Oracle. Yeah.
The Oracle. Yeah.
Terrible with names.
Because Nesta has the star.
And I read and listen at the same time. I read and listen at the same time, and I still forget. So I think something like that, and we can focus on the story of how they're bringing dusk back to life while falling in love in the background. Like their romance is a subplot.
Yeah.
So
Nesta has the star sword.
Right.
Cormac, for some reason, like when he was younger, was wholly convinced that the star sword was going to choose him. I think it would be interesting if like it literally just took the long way around. Like it had to go to Rune so it could go to Bryce, had to go to Bryce so it could go to Nesta, and then now Cormac's in Prithian, and it actually does choose him. Where in the context of they're in the room, like the room with like Nesta's weapons or whatever, and then he's like, "Is that the star sword?" Because he wouldn't have known that Bryce gave it to her,
Right. Yes.
And then he's like, "Oh. Like, why is it glowing now?" Like, I don't know, something along those lines would be cool.
I think the best approach for this video, so we can get the story across, but also make it cinematic. I think it can be a narration, but from Nesta.
Ooh, yeah.
Nesta, because the video starts with Nesta probably crying over Cassian's dead body.
Cassian,
I'm thinking. A little dramatic,
Yeah.
And we need the hook from the first.
We need the hook.
So when Cassian dies, should Nesta explode and then liberate Dusk and then just be like, I don't know if I want it? And then like years later, just kind of circle back and be like, all right, well, actually, maybe I should do this.
Or yes, she explodes, revives Dusk.
Yes, the Pegasus.
And then Cormac comes along, and she's just narrating the story of how Cormac appeared and he knew about the land. So
they've been working together for years,
like his advisor,
Yeah, like Amryn to Rhys, like he's her advisor. Yes.
So he's her advisor, and they form a friendship.
Yeah.
Somehow you can figure that out later. How they're gonna,
revive Dusk.
No. Dusk is kind of like revived at this point.
Yeah.
Nesta it's too much to handle with her, pregnant.
Yeah.
Well, and all. So he's there helping her through it because Rhys can't be fucking bothered.
Yes, that would be so cool. Rhys can't be fucking bothered. Rhys is just pissed that she like took back the land.
And but yeah, so we can say all this through Nesta's POV because she's gonna feel alone. Yeah, she's gonna feel like it's too much for her. And then he came such a good friend, and through her eyes we are seeing Cormac, and that makes it so much believable. Because it's Nesta telling you like, oh, I really like him as a friend. Oh, he treats my little whatever so nicely, and you know, so I think we can
name her Cassandra or something like that.
Right? Like, Cassie.
I love it. I knew my input would come in handy. Cassie, it is.
But yeah, I feel like through Nesta's narration, we can get pretty much
the emotional vibe,
the emotional story across, and then for part 2, doing Cormac's POV. It's just gonna be a perfect complement of
100%. Yeah.
You just have to figure out how they figure it out.
You have to figure out the whole story.
Just figure out how to figure it out, you know.
You just have to make it work.
No, basically what needs to be figured out is what's the reason for the marriage, you know? Because he can help her as
a counselor,
as her advisor, forever. Like they don't need to get married for that. There has to be a reason why they get married, and during that ceremony, something awakens that thread, you know. Something like that. But there has to be a reason to force them to get married.
So
to join powers or something. I don't know. So the land doesn't pick 2 people. I mean,
but he is starborn.
He is.
So maybe they tried by herself and it's not working. Maybe she's not strong enough.
Yeah, because she lost some powers bringing Feyre back, so she needs the complement.
And if they do it together, they're officially married or something. Like that.
That would be cool.
And we were thinking, Billy, when you were gone, is at the end of the video, their maid bun snaps into place.
And you just see like the golden thread. Like,
that would be so cute.
Absolutely. Holy shit.
I like it. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm very excited about this collaboration now. I was already.
Yeah.
No, I'm even more.
Even more excited.
Even more excited.
I'm just like, it's just crazy that like this just kind of started as like a random question. Like before CC3 even came out, it was just like, all right, well, I don't like, you know, Nesta and Cassian per se after Akasif. Who else would she go good with? And then I was like, well, Cormac's dead, right? And then I was like, well, is he dead because his death was weird? And that just took me down this whole spiral.
It's a great one. It's a really great theory.
Like even down to like the word mark tattoo matching the symbols on the peaks of the Dust Court, like in Akasif. I was like, that can't be for nothing, Sarah. It can't be for nothing, you know? Because it was like, oh, those weird symbols carved into the peak of the prison. And I was like, the weird symbols that was on his skin. Like, and then it's like she has the power to wield all 3 trove at once, which the only person who was able to do that was Thea. Thea had a true mate from another world, which was Adis. And I'm like, very weird. Very, very weird, you know?
Yeah, no, that's really good.
Yeah, no, but so I'm telling you, the first time when I started seeing your stories about them too, I was like,
I always tell people, I'm like, this is going to sound absolutely insane, but I swear if you watch my videos, it will make sense.
Yeah. No, it's good. They're good. We were talking about them too.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this is super cool. We just need to figure out what they're doing at dusk.
So I think that it would be cool, which obviously doesn't have to be a whole part. It could be like a little thing, but I think it would be cool if, since we know that the previous Valkyries disappear. So my thought is that like when Nesta revives it, whatever, it's going to be like a court of the Valkyries, because we know that the Valkyries kind of scattered before. So I'm guessing that they used to be Thea's original army, because
because the Valkyries technically are shown in females. And they're shown in flying horses.
Yeah, on the Pegasus. Yeah. So I'm like, I think it was like the Dust Court's army, and then obviously when Selene, you know, married the Night Court, whatever, and then trampled dust, like they kind of scattered, and that's why Cassian's like, oh, you know, they're like from all over. I was like, that doesn't make sense. what do you mean they're from all over? So I think the original Valkyries actually didn't die during the last war with Hybern. I think that they were trapped under the Gallian mountain by another Asteri, because it said they just never came out of the pass. And that really reminded me of the High Lords with Amarantha under the mountain. But I think that if they liberate Dusk, you know, they could liberate some of the people from Dusk that were either trapped in other places, or they could just, you know, have people that don't necessarily like their own courts or feel like they belong in their own courts that can come into Dusk if they want. So, yeah. And then I think her and Cormac could be like, all right, yeah, it's like a court of like, you know, asylum and like misfits, because we both are, you know.
We had a theory where Bryce was gonna awaken the Dusk Court. I don't know if you've seen that video of ours about the Ocean Queen. So our theory was that the Ocean Queen was gonna, when, you know, they all get the cure, she becomes, I mean, she's already said to be super powerful because the River Queen is described to be able to
like
drown
everyone
Midgard.
at Midgard is gonna be so overpowered when they take this
exactly. So she says, you know, fuck it. Fuck all of you, get out of my land, because it's their original planet. And then she's just gonna flood the shit
out of everybody.
And Bryce is gonna open a rift.
For everyone to go through.
And that rift is gonna lead to the Dusk Court.
It's like, hey, Nesta, Cormac, you're alive.
It's like, wait, what?
hey,
but yeah, we were thinking that, because I mean, it has to be about the House of Many Waters. Correct?
100%.
So it has to be, you know, the Ocean Queen has to be very relevant. So what else, you know?
Like Therian, Sathya, the Ocean Queen, River Queen thing, Viper Queen, probably. You even have
Fury. She has to give us something about Fury. God, it just pisses me off.
Okay, Fury is the freaking mercenary from book 1. Okay, I'm never letting that go, ever. Never letting that go.
So
100%. She was tall like Fury. She had the bob. She had the dark eyes, the tan skin. And Fury is always head to toe, like dressed in long sleeves, even when it's hot out, because she has the scars that she showed Feyre, like the black veins from that attack that she showed Feyre.
When
the mercenary.
Oh, the mercenary.
Oh, the mercenary. I'm like, I don't remember.
Yeah. She's like, this is when I got attacked by like a Martax, and it's always going to be in my blood or whatever. And I was like, so this is why you don't wear like shorts in the summer? Like, because you just have black veins all there. And I'm sure Juniper knows. But
well, yeah.
Because I'm crazy. But anyways, deep diver here. I do think that, so there's 2 different parts in I think it's House of Sky and Breath, where Fury just assumes that the Asteri are going to listen to her for some reason. So I actually think that Fury is the child of an Asteri and a Prince of Hell. Both. I think she's both. Because if she can go through the rifts, that means she would have to be from Hell. But she was convinced that the Asteri would listen to her. So because of what Thanatos says in CC2 with Bryce, where he's like, you know, I don't play by my brother's rules, and I could just eat you if I wanted to when you get here, and things like that. I actually think that Thanatos is Fury's father. We know that he's in Prithian right now. And I'm kind of still thinking that Amryn is the lost Asteri. So I'm thinking it was like Amryn and Thanatos, and Fury's their kid. Because Fury does look exactly like both of them put together.
Yeah, but also Amryn says that she made that.
She made her body,
She made her body look like after some civilization,
after getting out of the prison.
So like it wouldn't.
So
really
like, how does it?
sense.
How I don't know. Like, I mean, technically, we didn't really see like Maeve or anyone like that give birth, but I think it would work a lot like shapeshifting, where like with Feyre, when she shapeshifted from Tamlin's ability, like Nyx had wings, because it changes you down to DNA level. I don't know.
I see what you mean.
Okay.
They change her DNA.
Okay.
Yeah. Because Reese was like, it's like, it's down to like your DNA level, you know, that's why my child, because they both had their wings out at that point, which is why Nick.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm afraid if we're playing again 4D chess.
I know, right? Like,
Sarah.
Like, Sarah, who else could Fury be? Like,
give me one. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, and that's what I told Candy when we were talking about the Rhysand being second in command. I'm like, look, it all makes sense. Okay, everything you're telling me makes sense.
Yeah,
I
just don't know if Sarah's gonna go that deep. You know?
But I don't think Sarah is. You know,
it's so sad. It's like the lost potential is so sad.
Yeah.
I'm hoping she surprises us because I do honestly think that, well, after what we heard about her beef with Bloomsbury, I do think that Hofast was supposed to be this big, massive, amazing thing, and they, according to her, they like make her cut it to 1,000 pages or like less than 1,000 pages. Mm-hmm. So there was just so many threads that weren't totally like they were wrapped up, but like they felt cut short. And I'm like, come on. It could have been so good if she just followed through with all of them and was like, screw Bloomsbury. You know?
And also, when is she gonna when are we gonna have all of them together? But because for me, there's no point of making a multiverse.
Yeah.
Which is clearly connected, and she said so herself.
Yeah. And then she's like, the tough people aren't really coming back. It was just the past. Like, okay.
You know, not actually like...
I mean, I was convinced of that. But if there's time travel and Nesta has the harp, I was kind of convinced that, like, if the whole Rhys Valg thing happened, that they would be like, all right, well, how do we defeat this thing to save him? And then something would happen, like, where they needed the harp to go back to Terrasen to kind of ask Aelin, like, oh, like, how do you defeat a Valg? And then she's like, hey, you cut his head off. And they're just like, well, that's not going to happen. Veyron would be like, absolutely not. I wouldn't care.
So,
but that's me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, she could go so many different ways with this, and I'm just hoping she doesn't do like the easiest thing, you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid is gonna happen.
Yeah,
because
there's just so much potential.
I remember all the theories before Silver Flames came out, and it was a great book. I love Nesta. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, but like.
Like the Valkyries were
or like the crossover. The crossover.
Yeah.
It's like she had to pay the characters to appear.
Yeah.
Like why didn't you write more interactions? You know that's what we want.
It was supposed to be 50-50 ACOTAR and Hofast. We were supposed to get more Nyx and Feyre. We were supposed to get how all of the types of angels are connected, and we were supposed to get why Rhys saw Aelin falling through the world. But then the publisher was like, it's a Crescent City book. It has to be majority Crescent City. So she couldn't do that anymore.
Oh, okay. I get it.
I mean, maybe the small part 1 that we're getting in October is kind of like what happened with the ACOTAR characters during Hofast. That would be a little interesting.
Maybe. But there has to be like a big major crossover with Throne of Glass, because I was not satisfied.
And I think she totally was like, all right, it's already too much with these 2 planets, and then she was like, I'm just gonna throw in the Easter eggs that they were the past. Because I feel like that's just exactly what she did. Like Lydia, her ancestors definitely fucking Aelin. I don't know why she wouldn't have just said Aelin.
I know.
Because everybody's fighting over it. Like, she was the only one with the fire. Literally, Lydia getting the fire means she's from Aelin. Like, how are people not?
Well, her son's name is Brennan.
Yeah,
and she said it's an old family member.
And the ring.
The ring from Rowan. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Brennan only gave the fire to Aelin, nobody else in his bloodline. So it's obviously Aelin. Like, Sarah, you have some, like, less intelligent fans that need you to spell it out for them. Like, not to be mean, but the people that are just like, well, she said Brandon and not Aelin. Like, can you please connect 2 dots? Please connect 2 dots.
Well, there's not everyone is a deep diver, you know, like.
Oh, it drives me crazy.
I mean, if the first time I read the books, it was I read a completely different story than I read the 4th time.
Oh yeah,
and I'm still not a deep diver. I do not. The things that we don't annotate. I do mostly audiobooks.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't like to do like homework.
Yeah. I did the first few times with paperbacks, and then I got a Kindle, and then like the next 10 times was like on my Kindle, just highlighting shit to death.
Mm-hmm.
And like I found more things like we filmed episode 1 of season 4 of our podcast last night, and there was just shit that like from book 1 still that I was like, didn't catch this the 13 times I've read it. like Amarantha's sigil was a sleeping dragon, which I think will tie into Crescent City. I've had a bunch of theories about that. But then when Rhys appears when Feyre's trying to clean the lentils out of his fireplace or whatever, and the guards are kind of harassing her, and they walk in and it's like, oh, and he tells them, you know, no more chores, no more, you know, household duties, leave her alone. And he's demauding them. It says like their yellow eyes went glazed and their sharp teeth kind of bared. And I was like, yellow eyes and sharp teeth. So I'm like, so were they dragon shifters? Like, interesting. Like, I'd never paid attention like to the guards or anything before.
Yeah.
I just thought that was like an interesting little tidbit.
Well, Ariadne has red eyes.
Yeah,
and scales,
and scales,
and scales, and she doesn't have pointed teeth.
Yeah. So I'm like, it's weird. I don't know. Unless they were like Naga or something. I don't know. Weird.
Honestly, the first time I read it, I thought all the guards were like the adder.
Yeah,
like all of them. They were all. They were just all adders. Of adders. That's it.
Also, full disclosure, English is not our first language.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
So like we miss
that accent.
A lot.
We're Mexicans.
We miss a lot. Yeah.
Well, a lot. I have highlights upon highlights upon highlights on my page for you guys to look through.
Yeah.
And
I just get so frustrated when Sarah just tries to act like she's so like, yeah, everything's just base level and it is what you read and whatever. And it's like, but it's not, because you've said a million times like, oh, I like to plant this breadcrumb here and this breadcrumb here and this, and it's like,
and I love careful readers.
Yeah, I love careful reading. Like, come on, Sarah. You're not fooling anybody except maybe brand new readers who just picked it up this year. Like, come on.
Yeah. They have no idea the cult they're about to get
like, don't
into.
cite the deep magic to me, witch.
Yeah.
Come on. It's just so funny.
But,
yeah.
But, yeah. But this video sounds fun.
It does. It sounds really fun.
Why don't you try to think of the narration from Nesta's point of view for the first video?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if we do it like a narrator style or more like inner thoughts.
Yeah. Yeah. Either way would work. Yeah.
Either way. But yeah, I think that's a good way to go from Nesta's POV at first.
Yeah.
And then the second POV, you already have it written, basically.
I do, yeah. Yeah.
It's we just have to, get some visuals up.
But do think of this though, because each scene that we do, we need to capture a lot in a little.
Yes, in a little bit.
So don't expand too much on each scene. It has to be kind of like 1 or 2 sentences. I'm thinking so that it can so that we can capture like a whole story.
Yes.
In a minute and a half tops.
Okay.
Because whatever you write, if you time it to be a minute, it could be a minute and 20 seconds. You know, so it depends on how we speed it, how we make the graphics. So Try not to make it too long. But
so like scene 1, Cassian death. Scene 2, like her exploding.
Yeah.
Liberating dusk.
Yeah. Scene 3, a bunch of years pass after Cormac gets there. So we could do or scene 3 is
or why don't we do it like it's been like months, because then their friendship's gonna take a little bit, and then we can do
because
so
they can start being friends.
Yeah.
You know, that's not gonna trigger
them kind of talking, and then
Yeah.
So scene 3.
But we want to skip their how they met.
Well, no, we want to glaze over like we need Nesta to explain very shortly how he got to prison.
Yeah.
Because that is very important, and we do need to touch on it. But I think it would be easy, you know.
It'll be very short.
Yeah. And since she's explaining it.
Yeah. All right, so I did scene 1, Cassian death. Scene 2, exploding dusk. Scene 3, she's pregnant. Scene 4, finds Cormac with the bullet wound.
Okay.
And then
that's nice that she helps him first.
Yeah.
That's gonna create that, you know,
like she's the one that finds him. Yeah.
Especially Nesta.
She cares about people.
Nesta as a mom is gonna be a bitch.
Yeah.
She's gonna be a huge mother
or we
lion.
could flip them, or she could find Cormac first and then find out she's pregnant. Because if she's on Ramiel, that means she's probably training. I don't know if she would train that hard if she was already pregnant. So,
yeah. Okay, yeah. Let's make her find out she's pregnant, and Cormac helping her through it.
Yeah. Pregnancy plus, I'll just put friendship. Okay.
Obviously, we do have to mention, like, oh yeah, my sisters are here. Like, we can't just like isolate her because it's not realistic.
Yeah. All right. So scene 5 could be quick, like
Nesta can
IC intro, or not IC intro. We could just be like, let's see,
we can say something like
Farrah's blessing or something.
Farrah tries to be here when she can, but like everybody's busy doing their own thing, you know?
Also, Farrah would definitely be the person where, like, if it's been months and Nesta's pregnant, she'd be like, Cassian would want you to be happy. Like, Farrah, calm down. She just wants to marry
Farrah doesn't understand.
She's always wanted to marry her off.
Yeah, nobody understands what I'm going through, but Cormac does,
right?
So like, he lost Sophie.
Yeah.
Cormac understands the loss of your loved one because he lost Sophie. So they can bond over, like, that helps them, you know, kind of form that bond of friendship, but it has to start with friendship.
Okay. And
they get married as friends.
Can be like short, long, whichever. So I'm gonna. So I have these 6. I'll send you the screenshot of what I have tentatively, and then we can make changes.
We can always do on screen like 5 years later, 3 years later, a month later.
Like that's part really can be not like whatever years later. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Perfect.
For the sake of, you know, telling the story.
Yeah. All right. So Cassian death, exploding dusk, Cormac bullet wound, and then I just put like a small part, which could be like, I don't know, 10, 15 seconds, just like Reese being angry because he was pissed that Bryce fell through the world. So I just put Reese's anger / like House of Wind, like he's banished to the House of Wind because there's wards and he can't get out. And also Nesta lives there. So they're living together, you know?
Yeah. Forced proximity.
Nesta can defend herself. Let's be real. And and you know, Reese doesn't really care when Nesta's in danger anyway. So
exactly. So he wouldn't mind, you know, locking her up with a unknown.
He'll be like, he can just be on this floor and you can be on the other floor. It's fine.
Don't look at each other.
Pregnancy, friendship, and then just like Farrah's quick blessing for that. Now would that be like part 1? Depending on how you guys
Well, we're thinking everything you've said, it's the first 15 seconds.
Yeah. Okay.
And we're trying to make like a minute plus video.
Yeah.
So then we could say something like 5 years later. And now it's Nesta with her daughter and Cormac going over books, like they're at the library in the House of Wind, and Cormac is telling her everything he knows about, Starborns, the Dusk Court or whatever. And we see them figure out a way to make it there and maybe stop being under Chris's rule. They want to be, like by themselves, doing their own thing. So maybe something like that. And they take a trip to Dusk, or something.
So like they take Dusklands officially from Night Court. Perfect.
When the Dusk Court appears, is there like buildings in there or just land?
I think with Avalon, all of like the buildings and everything came back.
Okay. So they would have a place to live. Otherwise, it's like they'll be camping.
Well, I mean, they would live in like the castle anyway, because like
but that's what I'm thinking. Like, there has to be somewhere they would stay. So maybe they can mention something like, where we are looking into, what's up with Dusk. We can stay there at that abandoned castle that ends up being their castle or something. And she obviously brings the Valkyries with her. Obviously.
100%. Yep. Which is literally what I was just writing.
Perfect.
Valkyrie cameo.
Yeah.
Cameo with Pegasi.
That'd be great.
I would also add in like Azrael, because he's also a Starborn prince, and because him and Cormac are like the only two shadow singers we've seen in the massive.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so Azrael makes apparitions. Perfect.
Yeah. I feel like Azrael would be their second. It would be really cool because
I don't think Azrael would leave Rhys though.
I don't know.
Especially after Cassian's death. He would feel so bad for Rhys. He would not leave him too.
I think the only thing would be that if Gwen is his mate, if Gwen's going to live in Dusk, he's going to go live in Dusk.
Yeah.
Because unlike Cassian, he's going to put his mate over his brother. Just saying.
Yeah, right? Right? That's funny. Yeah. So yeah, maybe we could do something like that too. And then, but yeah, they're at Dusk and they're just, Nesta tries and fails to bring Dusk to life. So then she realizes she needs Cormac's power. And then together something happens. I don't know what happens. You know what happens.
Yeah. So she exploded. Dusk was liberated because she exploded, but she doesn't have enough power to invigorate the lands with the rest of the magic.
Perfect. Yeah, she needs Cormac's.
With rest of magic.
So do you think it would be something that, like, because her and Cormac bring the magic back to the land, the land chooses both of them as High Lord and Lady, and that's what unites them? Yeah, High Queen,
Yes. It's Cormac.
So the land chose them.
Yes.
Out of convenience.
Right.
Perfect.
Lands choose them as co-rulers. So then lands choose them as co-rulers.
And maybe that's when the maid bond snaps into place. The end.
Yeah. Yep.
After the land chooses them and they do all of that, the maid bond snaps.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah, like coronation and then like mate bond. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Coronation / mate bond snap. All right. Sweet. Okay. We can either add in just like Cormac's POV falling through. Like,
yeah, and that's going to be part 2 video.
Yeah. Yeah. So then part 2, Cormac's narration falling into Prithian. Falling into Prithian. Yay. Yeah. Because there's just like so much lore there. There's so much. How can she just kill him off? I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. Yeah, let's go the guy with the word marks that knows everything from the archives, all the variants of power, was the only person on the entire planet who could winnow, which is a Prithian power.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah, because he went to Prithian. It just makes sense.
Prithian. Yeah.
It just makes sense.
Yeah. That's where I got into the whole his parents were from Prithian thing, because the way that Rigulus was like, oh, you know, he's the undiluted bloodline of the Feyworld. And I was like, well, that's why he knows how to winnow. But undiluted is a really purposeful word there, meaning not down 15,000 years.
Exactly.
Like, exactly from Prithian right now.
Exactly. Like what? 100%. That's what undiluted means.
Right? Literally.
Not even one line straight. So that means that his parents, both of them, have to be from Prithian.
Yeah. I'm like, Morven is just his fucking, like, I don't know.
Cover story.
I think, again, deep diver, crazy thoughts. I think Morven is actually Kyr's brother who, you know, found a way to get there. And that's why Kyr is so weak, because he's not the oldest. And I think...
Who? What? Cormac, I'm sorry, I got lost. What?
That's okay. So Morven, Cormac's like dad, I think he was Kyr's older brother. I think
they gave him Cormac.
Yeah, as an heir
to take with him.
Mm-hmm. They gave him to they gave Cormac to Morven.
Obviously, they didn't want him.
Well, Baron and Kyr would both try to claim Cormac because, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Mor and Eris are under them, and they wanted the sons, right? Yeah, I think Mor and Eris did that to protect Cormac, even though Morven wasn't great. He wasn't physically abusive. He was just kind of verbally an asshole, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But he wasn't physically abusive like Kyr and Baron. So, yeah.
Wow.
There's so many tangled webs of this.
We're writing fanfic at this point.
It's literally all my... I'm like, when Lauren found out she was pregnant with Tamlin's child, Mor found out because she's the truth person, and Mor already had a 3-year-old son at her house that she was keeping from the inner circle, so she made Lauren take Cormac with her to Midgard. Because Lauren, being the female of the ruling line, would have been the Bryce and the Starborn Princess. And her father and Tamlin's father were after her to kill her. And that's how I thought Tamlin got her out of the world as a battery as well. Because somebody drew the mural of Ramiel on the Spring Court wall. And I think it was Lauren describing, you know, how to get out of the world, because there's the archways and everything on there.
Who's Laurel?
Lauren. Oh, Rune's mom. I think she's Rhys's sister.
Why do you call her that?
Lauren?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because her name was in the bonus chapter.
I see.
Yeah.
What's her name? Lauren?
Lauren. Lorin. Lauren Donnell.
Oh, Lauren. Okay.
That's Rhys's sister's name?
Mm-hmm.
Well, his sister's name isn't revealed, but I'm like, she's totally his sister. Come on. You know, there's
we have that.
Yeah. I think everybody has clocked this at this point. Like, Sarah. Where is she?
We know, we were even writing a fanfic about this because we're so mad that Sarah wasn't going that way.
Yes!
It was so perfect. But she
had to cut it out of Hofast, I swear. She better bring it back.
We think that Tamlin got there right in time to rescue her.
Oh, yeah.
He took her to Spring and left her by this little pond and told her, hey, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get supplies. This bitch touched the pond, got sucked into it, and goodbye. And that's why it's Starlight, because her powers stayed behind.
That's so cool.
Stuck in the pond, you know?
That's so cool. Yeah.
And then she comes back.
Yeah. But I totally think Rune is Tamlin's child.
Hold on. Rune is Tamlin's child? Oh, you 100%. Think it's Tamlin's?
100%.
Tamlin and Lauren had a child?
Mm-hmm. Oh. I think that's why the dads wanted them her dead so badly.
But then why did the Autumn King claimed her?
Well, Rhys's sister would be Daemati because they have the same parents.
Yeah.
Oh, so when she got transported pregnant, she just tamari him
like,
into thinking this
my
child.
son was going to be like a prince of two courts. I still want him to be a prince of two courts. Boom. Autumn King was looking for an heir. Perfect.
Well, and he doesn't look anything like the Autumn King.
Anything like him.
I know. He's like, I take after my mom's side of the family, right?
Yeah.
And that's why the Autumn King was mad at him and was like burning him, like, where's your fire magic? Because he doesn't.
Yeah, because it wasn't his actual son. I mean, he did try to kill Bryce too, that he knew was his kid, but
yeah. And he's like, oh, well, you're not the son I should have had. You're the one I was burdened with. What does that mean? What do you mean?
Yeah, that's so good.
Cormac's
wow, we're so full of theories.
Because he has fire magic? Crazy. Yeah. There's so many instances where Rune's just like, I have nothing of my father's, and I have nothing of my father's. And yeah. And I think that everybody assumes that when Danica scented Rune and Bryce, that she was shocked because she found out they were siblings because Bryce was saying that he was her cousin. I think she was shocked because she found out they're not actually related at all. And it was never said, you know? Yeah.
Oh, maybe?
And after Rune takes the antidote, he has the potent healing magic that Tamlin has. Autumn King doesn't have that. Lauren doesn't have that. And Rhys was retconned to no longer have healing magic after book 1. So,
oh, wow, I missed so many things. You're like talking to me. It's like I've never read the books, I swear.
Well, because, when the blue fairy is dumped at the Spring Court in book 1, Tamlin's sad that he can't, like, heal him, and Feyre's like, oh, can't you just, like, restore his wings, like, heal him or whatever? He's like, once I could have, but now that Amarantha has my powers, I couldn't. But if I had my powers, I could fully restore him. Like, meaning he could grow back the wings of this fairy or whatever, which is kind of like Crescent City's powers, right? Crazy.
Yeah. But I do think she's alive because there was so many things, and people fought me on those comments. Like, it's all shown the boxes. He saw the heads. He saw some heads.
He's an expert shapeshifter, guys. He can shapeshift the fucking boulders into heads. Like, what are you talking about?
Also, Tamlin is known to be able to shift somebody past their death.
Yeah, the wolves, the sentries. Yeah.
Exactly. So, and we never see the wings. We never see the wings.
No.
Never see the wings. He says he burned them.
No.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no. It's because they were never there.
Exactly.
So the comment that I get most is like, all right, well, if you saved the sister, then where's Rhys's mom? I think they needed a little bit of a boost. Well, I think they needed a little bit of a boost. I think she did the yielding to help her daughter get to the other planet. Because Crescent City, the 6-pointed star, is the sign of the necromancy witches, because Hypaxia does the 6-pointed star, whatever. The 6-pointed star is in Feyre's ring. That was the mother's ring. And it glimmers like a starfall soul is inside. I think she tied her soul to the ring. And then when she did the yielding to save her daughter, her soul's attached to the ring.
That would make sense. That would make sense why she left the ring where she left it. Because it never made sense to me. Like, like you're trying to like prove her strength. What if she's not strong like that?
Yeah.
But she's a nice woman, you know?
Right?
What is wrong with you? That would make more sense.
Yeah, it was guarding her soul. Because she tied her soul to the ring in case she ever had to do the yielding. Yeah. And this is also why Rhys was able to just kind of create this little language bean in Hofast, because he's part witch from his mom. Like, what do you mean you just created a language bean? What do you what do you mean? That's a spell. That's a spell.
Of course. Right?
Huh. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm never letting go of the ring. It's a necromancy ring.
I believe that Farah's mom, Nesta and Farah's mom, was one of the 13 that got scattered after making the yielding.
I had the theory
that's why their bed was ironwood.
Ironwood, yes.
And they never got rid of it. They were starving. And
they never got rid of it. They
never got rid of it.
Papa A knew, obviously.
Papa knew that she was a witch and that he needed to protect that because for some reason, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not going that far, but
yeah. Because it would weaken the girls' powers and they would come off as human. Every time they slipped in it. I had the weird theory that Mama A wasn't one of the 13, but that she was Ansel's friend, Maddie, that the witches stole. So I think she was a witchling. I don't think she ever told Ansel that. But Ansel's like, oh yeah, like when we were little, we were just kind of exploring the cliffs or whatever, and then this witch kidnapped my friend. And she was never seen again. And they remembered like going back like a day later and they were like bones picked white or whatever. I was like, okay, but if they were picked white, it wouldn't have been a day. You know, those were old bones, right? And they were just thinking that it was the friend, but I don't think it was. And then Ansel goes on to literally describe how rifts open during the equinox and all this stuff. And I was like, okay, so then the witch stole this child and then probably fled the world for some reason. We don't know why, but I'm thinking that Mama A was Ansel's friend. Because that kid was never found. The witch was never found. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's just, there's just so much stuff, and I'm gonna be so disappointed if she just doesn't write anything.
I feel like I'm gonna be disappointed anyways, because
right, we were saying last night, we're like, we should all just prepare to be super disappointed.
Yeah.
That everything's just gonna be base level.
Like
she really
apparently
did love
that's what it is.
She really did love Cassian. Like nothing's gonna happen. Like it'll be so disappointing.
But no, Cassian, that's the thing. I know since I heard Elaine saying,
no
you won't.
Yeah,
no you won't.
He's dead.
He's dead. I immediately knew, he's gonna die. Got it. Check.
For real. And it's not even just that one. So to me, like that one isn't even the big one. The big one is actually in Akasif, where this is when Nesta has this whole narrative about Cassian. And it says he'd fallen in battle before. She'd seen him gravely injured, the first time in Hybern when he tried to crawl towards her, the second time against Hybern's forces when he'd been gutted and Azriel had held his entrails in with his bare hands, the third time against the king of Hybern himself when she had ordered him to use her as bait, the distraction while she drew the king away from Ferret and Cauldron. And then it says, after so many brushes with death, it was only a matter of time until it stuck. Literally. That is the one that gets me. And just like, I can think of no better way to end my existence than to defend those who need it most. Come on.
I think Cassian. He's gonna die protecting Nesta.
It was Cassian's dead face she couldn't bear to imagine. Death watched him. Like, the highborn Illyrian warriors had been jealous enough to want him dead. Like, there's so many.
Okay,
so many.
Stop it.
The coup.
What if? No.
Coup.
I literally just understood how Nesta could feel alone running the Dusk Court, because I think Cassian is gonna die following Rhysand's orders of some kind.
Yes.
And Nesta's gonna blame Rhysand for Cassian's death, and she's gonna be like, "Fuck you, dude.
Yep.
Going to the Dusk."
Yes.
Or
I'm stealing it from you, bitch.
But I think she's gonna resent him, and that's gonna cause the separation. Yes. Because Elaine is not gonna leave Farah. She's useless. She doesn't know how to do anything. I hate Elaine. If you didn't,
I think she will. I think she will eventually leave the Night Court to go to the Day Court with Lucian. But I think it's gonna be like a very long journey.
I never felt my breath for Elaine.
Elaine, you guys don't like Elaine.
We really don't.
So bland.
For now,
everybody's like, "Oh, she killed Hybern. Okay.
Yeah, no.
She had like 5 seconds of screen time.
I was more impressed in Silver Flames when she was actually standing up for herself against,
But that's not enough for me to love her character.
95% of the book. So it's like I'm not.
She'll get interesting. She'll have her time.
At least.
Yeah, eventually.
Hey, eventually.
I hated Nesta before Silver Flames. Okay. So
there's that.
If she comes out with like an Elaine book, I'm gonna read it, obviously, but I'm not gonna be happy about it.
I just really, I'm looking more forward to Lucian's point of view.
Yes,
I just know that they're gonna end up like fated mates trope. Come on, she's a fated mates writer. Come on, people.
They have to, and he can win her over.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
He's competing against a freaking human that hates her.
Oh, she's gonna be with Azrael. She's gonna be with... No, she's not.
No, she's not.
Did you not read the bonus chapter? Like, how are you still being ignorant? Stop. Stop.
Like,
come on.
He re-gifted that thing.
He wants his own mate. Like, even if he was with Elaine, the second he found his mate, he would drop her like hot potatoes. Come on.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
It's just it's just absolutely crazy.
But no, this is coming out great for the video we're gonna do. Yes. So Cassian dies because of Rhysand. And then this just causes Nesta to get out of the Night Court. Whatever means necessary. She does not want to be under Rhysand's rule anymore.
Yep.
She wants to do her own thing. And Cormac is her ticket to freedom. Because knows
Cormac is gonna be there already, like hiding.
Yeah, Cormac is there, so
because he feels connected to the land there.
Yeah, exactly. So Cormac is the ticket to revive Dusk. They go in together.
Yeah,
and then they fall in love while doing it, and then because I don't know if you were here, Billy, but
I was listening the whole time.
You were listening. Oh, okay,
yeah.
So she'll try to revive Dusk, following Cormac's direction. She won't be able to. They'll both do it. The land will choose both of them, and then. Their mate one snaps.
Yeah.
And Cassie's in the background.
Cassie. Yeah, the little wings.
Yeah. I think this is a really good, it's gonna be a cool
super
episode.
Cute. Oh, I'm thrilled. I'm so excited.
Yeah, this is gonna be super cute. But I actually have to go.
Yep. No
but
worries.
It was super nice to meet you, Melanie.
You
really,
too.
Really nice.
I sent you guys like the little breakdown that we discussed.
I just saw it. Perfect. And look, we will start working on some visuals here and there. You can start working on the little Nesta
narration.
POV.
Yeah.
And if we need to jump on a Zoom again, and you're up to, we will. If not,
awesome.
For DMs.
Yeah. Awesome.
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye now.
Bye, guys.